third, alhamdulillah wa salatu wa salamu ala rasulillah wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Amma ba'd, the third best man after the Prophet ﷺ in this ummah, none other than Uthman ibn Affan al-Umawi al-Qurashi, also known as Dhun Nurayn, for he married both two of the Prophet ﷺ's daughters. What an amazing virtue that the Prophet ﷺ would give his daughters to this great man. And he was also the first one to expand Masjid al-Haram in Mecca, and also he did expand in Masjid al-Nabawi also. And obviously he died. If we can say one thing about him, summarize his whole story, his whole life, you could say shyness, and also I would add, he was all about the Qur'an. Rahimahullah, radiallahu anhu. And also the way he died, the way he was assassinated and murdered by the filthy people who killed him. He died whilst reciting the Qur'an, and his blood, his own blood, fell upon the Mus'haf. And he was also known, even after Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu, to compile the Qur'an and to spread it to different areas of the new Muslim world to teach the people so they can be established. So one of his famous statements is لو طهرت قلوبكم ما شبعت من كلام الله عز وجل. If your hearts were really pure, if your hearts were really pure, it would not be quenched from the recitation of the Qur'an. You would keep constantly reciting the Qur'an. There will be no end to it. And this is a man, radiallahu anhu, who really understood what the Qur'an is, what it was all about. He knew that it was the words of Allah Azza wa Jal. This is all from the teachings of the Prophet ﷺ, the way he taught these great men to think like this. And that's what it produced, great men and women from the Sahaba, like that. And it's no coincidence, it's no surprise that one of the most famous ahadith that we probably all know has been narrated by him about the Qur'an. خَيْرُكُمْ مَنْ تَعَلَّمَ الْقُرْآنَ وَعَلَّمَهُ. The best of you, the Prophet ﷺ, it was narrated from Uthman ibn Affan radiallahu anhu, that the best of you, that the Prophet ﷺ said, the best of you is the one who learns the Qur'an and teaches it. And also the virtue of the Qur'an on our hearts. That indeed what Uthman radiallahu anhu said, what he said is so true, that if our hearts were really pure, because the pure can only mix with the pure, and obviously the Qur'an is the purest words, the greatest words. It can only mix with a heart that's pure. When we have sins and hardened hearts, it's hard to mix the Qur'an with that. It's impossible. So if our hearts were truly pure, we would keep constantly reciting the Qur'an. So test yourself, test your heart, see how your heart is. If you're also always constantly in recitation of the Qur'an, inshallah, that's a good sign. If not, just make tawbah. And the one who repents from sin as if he doesn't have a sin, and cleanse your heart so it can accept the light, the purity of the Qur'an. Barakallahu li wa lakum. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.